You know, as a critical thinker, one thing I would say that annoys me is simpletons, simplistic thoughts, simple as people. In my last video, somebody came on the comment sections and said that I was regurgitating information and didn't come solely from me. If you listen to the video, you would see that I referenced someone in regards to what I provided. Because he said that I was regurgitating information because somebody else provided the same search query. The search query that I provided was in context with what you would search if you was to look at it prior than today. If you was to look at the search query maybe last week, it would have said something different than what you saw today. That was the point of me providing the search query. And I also referenced someone where I gave you guys a link to who covered it. So how the fuck am I regurgitating anything? This is how you know that certain people just come on, they hear what they want to hear, and they also don't listen to the full video. They see one little thing and they take that, and that's their conclusion. It's not supposed to be like that. Listen to the full video to understand what the fucking context is. Don't be simple-minded and just hear one thing or see one thing and that's it. That's what it is. No, that's simple-minded shit. At the end of the day, when it comes to what took place with Mr. Damar Hamlin, based off of the Most High giving us the spiritual eye, giving us the ability to see through all the bullshit, we conjure up suspicions because we understand the vibration of this deceptive world. So this is why we question all these things. There's no regurgitation. It's just you have certain brothers who have a mutual understanding of what this world is about. And even in that sense, when it comes to my case, there was nothing that I took from someone. I provided a link that I referenced from someone and I told you who covered it. I gave you a link to who covered it. That's not regurgitation. So chill out with that simple-minded, stupid shit. I get so annoyed by simplicity. Simplicity annoys the hell out of me. People who approach shit from a simple-minded viewpoint, it's annoying to me. We gotta stop doing that. As black men, we gotta stop being so fucking simple. But like I said, in my last videos, I believe that the brother is dead. I believe that they cloned him. And there's so much evidence surrounding this. And based off of the corollary aspect, you see an article like this where it details, you know, certain aspects of the actualities in regards to the truth from the COVID blog. But I wanted to go into the corollary aspect in regards to what you saw that took place with Mr. Damar Hamlin when it comes to that narrative. And in the aftermath of it, you had a press conference. And in the press conference, and the title of the live stream for the press conference, it said that Damar Hamlin passed away. That's what it said. This was a Buffalo Bills press conference. This wasn't just some general bullshit. This was a Buffalo Bills press conference. In the press conference, it said, the live stream title, it said, Damar Hamlin has passed away. That's a way of letting certain people know who understand what's going on, what's really at hand, what the real skinny is when it comes to these narratives. And then what you see here pretty much provides, you know, confirmation to that. It lends credence to that. And also, you know, the obscure imagery of the brother at the game. Why didn't they show his face? Why didn't they give him an interview? All these things give you evidence as to what really took place with this guy. They have a lot invested in this guy. Why do you think his GoFundMe page is at damn near 20 million right now? And at every 3 seconds, it was coming in for 3 million, 3 million, 3 million. All this esoteric shit. They try to make it meet so hard. But once again, don't come on my page with that simple-minded bullshit. Listen to the full video if you want to come to some conclusion about something. If you don't want to listen to the full video, then don't listen to it. But don't come on here saying some dumb shit that you don't have an understanding of. Because you make yourself like a fucking fool. Anybody come on here with nonsense, I'm just removing the comment. I'll address it in the video. I'm not going to address it, you know, in the comment section. I'll address it in the video. Don't come on here with that simple-minded shit. Don't come on here with that simple-minded shit. Damar Hamlin is officially Tiffany Dover, the sequel, after sloppy propaganda display during Bengals at Bills game. That's all it was sloppy propaganda display. And when it comes to this image here, this wasn't even a still image. This was in a story on Instagram. And this could have been an old picture. But this wasn't a permanent picture. This was a temporary picture that was in a story on Instagram. How convenient, man. How convenient. And the numbers behind him represent the number 10 for completion, for death. 10, 3, and 7 represent death. Those are the numbers for completion. 10, 3, and 7. On the right hand and the left hand, it represents completion. The foregoing photo is the clearest one we've seen of Damar Hamlin since the infamous Monday Night Football game on January 2nd, 1-2, which represents the number 3. Like, all this stuff, how convenient is it, right? This is why we ask these questions. This is why we suspect these things, because of the other elements to it that outweigh the surface. 2023 being a year of skull and bones, the brotherhood of death. You're going to have so many different ritualistic events that have to do with death and sacrifice. He is, of course, the Buffalo Bills free safety who collapsed on the field due to cardiac arrest during said game. The photo was part of an Instagram story posted by Hamlin's teammate, linebacker Matthew Milano, MM. On January 15, the blogger learned from influencer Whitney Rife in 2021 that IG stories disappears after 24 hours. Thus, said photo no longer exists anywhere on Mr. Milano's IG page. The instant critical thinker questions related to the photo are: why choose a temporary IG photo instead of a permanent one? Exactly. How convenient. Why not a video in today's world of everything being filmed instead of a photo? Exactly. Why did no other teammates take photos or videos? So who is this person? Who is Mr. Milano, huh? Who is that? Who is Mr. Cookie? We also have no idea if the photo was old or recent. As it relates to the last bullet point, Mr. Hamlin is wearing a cold weather football cap in January 15, 2023 photo. These are specifically designed to keep the head, ears, and face warm while fitting snugly under the helmet. Mr. Hamlin wearing this indicates that he just finished playing in a cold weather game. It makes no sense for a man recovering from cardiac arrest to show up to the team's locker room wearing this. Once again, this is how you know that it's more than meets the eye when it comes to this narrative. The man passed away, man. He passed away. And certain people are so fucking gullible, they can't see it. They cannot see the bullshit. They cannot see the deception, man. It's trickery. That's all it is. The COVID blog has followed this story closely because, as stated several times, it would take an NFL or NBA player collapsing and dying on the field/court for the American masses to take notice of what's happening. That's spellcasting. You pretty much traumatize people based off of, the theatrical element of it. That has now played itself out in real life. Monopolized social and legacy/mainstream media have dictated all social and political narrative. Since the turn of the millennium, Big Pharma is the primary mainstream media puppet master. I don't really want to go too much into this because of the strikes and, it's just crazy, man. The overall dictatorship, we already know what YouTube is in league with, so it's their job to keep the truth, concealed for the most part. This is why I gotta heed my language and, control certain things I say. It was vital for the powers that be to cover up the Tiffany Dover story at the beginning of the vaccine rollout. It is/was equally imperative for them to take control of the Damar Hamlin situation, which is what they did. There's no way you go into cardiac arrest. I'm not gonna say there's no way, but it's highly unlikely that you survive that. Highly unlikely, especially within the matter of days that he did. And then he just coming fresh, he's good. Like, it's just so fucking weird, man. And people just don't question these things. A lot of dumbass people, you read these comments on YouTube and whatever. Oh my God, your tremendous recovery, miraculous, all this dumb shit. You're so gullible. Like, a lot of people are so gullible, bro. It makes me so sick, man. How dumb people are. They can't even see through none of this. It's just crazy, man. My goodness. The most notorious, quote unquote, see, this is where I don't really want to get too much into this. You know what I mean? Because YouTube, you already know how they are when it comes to this type of stuff, as far as what they're in league with and what they have to protect. They have so much invested in the protection of the lies and the agenda at hand. So I'm not really going to go into this, but just based off of, let's just come down more, excuse me. because there was something that I saw that really like told what this was really about when it comes to the Damar Hamlin situation. Yeah, Damar Hamlin update number 3. To recap, Mr. Hamlin collapsed on the field during the Monday Night Football game on January 2nd. But just to put it in context, the woman Tiffany Dover was someone who pretty much collapsed after being injected with, tag. In Cincinnati against the Bengals, the situation looked identical to numerous other causes of sudden death we've covered on his blog. The powers that be have pushed the miraculous recovery narrative. Exactly. It's just nonsense, a miraculous recovery. Get out of here, man. Get out of here with that bullshit, bro. And claim that Mr. Hamlin is alive and well. We published an update on Mr. Hamlin 2 weeks ago. 2 of our many sources at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, without collaboration or knowing that the other was in contact with us, reported very similar stories confirming that Mr. Hamlin was deceased and that the powers that be are covering it up. The NFL's worst nightmare took place this past Sunday when the Bills and Bengals faced off yet again, this time in a playoff game in Buffalo. The league had no choice but to further address the Damar Hamlin situation. It's just so funny how, just based off of what I mentioned when it comes to the corollary aspect of the aftermath with the live stream where it said that Damar Hamlin has passed away. This must have something to do with it when it comes to the medical center from Cincinnati. It's just crazy, man. Reported very similar stories confirming that Mr. Hamlin was deceased. ESPN and several other mainstream media outlets posted the following video clip allegedly of Mr. Hamlin entering Highmark Stadium in Buffalo prior to kickoff on Sunday. Mr. Hamlin is the one surrounded by security and covered from head to toe, complete with the mask and sunglasses. How convenient. How convenient. How convenient for him to be covered up. And when they show him, they cover him up. Pretty much. They have him all obscured, looking like a fucking silhouette. When they show him in that blurry imagery with the snow, conveniently in the snow. Come on, man. And look at the light behind him. The enlightenment element is prevalent, man. Look at that behind him. Look at how you have this sort of like light type of element in the background.
What a beautiful, triumphant story.
It's so sad, bro. People don't even know what the fuck they looking at, bro. Why you have a mask on after you just recovered from cardiac arrest? You need all the oxygen you can get. Why are you covering, a part of your face, man? Doesn't add up, man. Doesn't add up. It's crazy, man. There's a lot of holes to this. With a lot of sheep, they're going to continue to maintain in their sleep and be sheep. Just is what it is. But for those who already know what time it is, we have to continue to maintain our understanding and keep our antennas up. Very important. Just want to take a look at this. So I guess this is just going into certain reports about athletes who've died from quote unquote cardiac arrest, or the other thing that causes the cardiac arrest. Damn, it's crazy. The third foundational article was published on April 10th, 2020. Not just athletes, just people in general. A woman from Nigeria published a video on YouTube reporting that 7 babies in Senegal died instantly earlier in this month due to this coronavirus tag. Her video was removed from YouTube. It's so sad, bro. This is how you know that it's all warfare. And we know the agenda is all based in depopulation. Population control.